Hi everyone, I've been wanting to get hold of this for quite a long time. I wanted to smell it, I think a couple of years ago, and I've always thought, right, it's on the list, I'm definitely going to go smell it, and for some reason I've never quite got around to it until a few weeks ago in London, and I got a little sniff of it when I was in, I think it was Harrods, but I could be wrong, and just had a little tiny bit that I put on my arm along with shitloads of other fragrances. So it was still quite difficult to decide if I loved it or not. And then I knew I liked it, and then it came up as a partial bottle to buy the other day on Fragrance Group. So I just thought it's a bargain price, I'm going to go for it. And it is Boss, Silk and Jasmine. That's the beautiful bottle. That is not like paper, it is fabric. Wouldn't surprise me if it's silk, not sure. It's a very nice bottle. I like it a lot. I like a nice classic bottle without all the frills and fancy stuff. So the bottle does it for me, and I sprayed these as soon as I got it yesterday, and I've sprayed a little bit just here about 15 minutes ago. So all I'm going to do is give you very, very basic first impression. When I first sprayed it, it does come off a little bit masculine, not excessively masculine, but just that first 5 minutes is something sort of sharp. I can't put my finger on exactly what it is I'm smelling, but it is masculine, but not overtly so. That fades down, and you do get that impression of silk. I remember once, I used to love silk, quite a lot of silk clothes, but I bought one item once. It was reduced, and I loved it. The problem was it smelled really, really strong, like it was amped up silk. I don't know why, maybe that's why it was reduced, and I ended up taking it back because it smelled too strong. I couldn't even open up my wardrobe because the smell of this silk was so strong. The only way I can describe the smell of silk, the closest thing I can think of, is uncooked mushrooms. It's a little bit earthy and smooth and kind of suede-y. It's quite nice and cosy, but if it's too much, it turns my stomach a little bit. So I guess you could say it could be a little bit cloying, or maybe even animalic kind of thing, because obviously, you know, we all know where silk comes from. So what I'm trying to say here is I get the smell of silk from this fragrance, not an amped up, unpalatable silk, but a nice, subtle in the background silk. It's a very cozy fragrance, and there is the jasmine is done very, very nicely. It's not a screamy or screechy or strong jasmine. It's there, you can tell it's there. It gives it some nice sweetness, and there's like a really fuzzy muskiness there as well. It is 100% unisex, and I like it a lot. This is not a beast. It's quite light, and I don't think this is a fragrance I'm going to wear to the pub. It's not a fragrance I'm going to wear out when I want to get noticed. This is classy, understated. This is your job interview fragrance. Could be your work fragrance if you want to smell really, really posh and well turned out at work. Then, you know, that's not my aim. This is date night fragrance, I think, for a man in particular. Great date night fragrance for that date where you don't want to project. So say you're going to be sat down having dinner, or you're going to get a little bit closer later on. You don't want to be like dominating her nose with a really strong fragrance. This is the one. I really like it. I'm gonna now spray it. I'm gonna go quite heavy because, as I say, it is quite light, and going to work, where I work, anything goes, thank goodness for that. So that's my first impressions. You may well get a full review of this one. Very excited, off I go, bye.